All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We are under the lights in Jeddah on the shores of the Red Sea. One of the longest, actually, the second longest circuit on the track after Spa, and the second fastest circuit on the calendar after Monza. This is it, Fran. We
Yeah.
have two races to go and 8 points that separate Max Verstappen from Lewis Hamilton, 5 points that separates Mercedes from Red Bull in the constructors. Max had the lap to get pole yesterday, was flying around, and just happened to hit the wall at the end there at turn 27 effectively. A replacement to the rear suspension, no gearbox damage. He will start third. He's got the pace, but it's a front row lockout for Mercedes.
Yeah, so this is going to be really interesting. I'll be completely honest with you. The Red Bull has the pace and has the pace to actually beat the Mercedes. If you look at the lap time, he was about to be about point four to actually half a second faster than both of the Mercedes. But you can definitely see that he was pushing the car more. Unfortunately, he did make a mistake. He locked up and then he tried to push it and takes the car into the wall. But as you said, there is no gearbox damage. That hi Harley, we have a new guest with us. We're gonna have
New
a little
guest for
doggy.
the day.
Here, say hi, baby.
She's
Come on.
wearing red for Red Bull, I think.
Oh, my big piggy.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. She's wearing red. We got her here, so she may be in the back. But anyways, as we were saying, there actually no way they can there's a certain level you can check the gearbox on the
Right.
track. And then there is a certain level you can check the gearbox at the factory. They have not obviously gone to the factory to check the gearbox. We have seen where this has happened in the past. We all remember in Monaco, Charles Leclerc hitting the wall with one of probably the best qualifying laps that he was about to put in. They did not change the gearbox and he didn't finish the race. If that
No,
happens
he
here,
never started it.
or yeah,
He never started. He had
no, he
pole, but never
started.
started this year.
No, he had to pull at Monaco. They had to swap the gear. They didn't swap it, I thought, and then he stopped during the race. Like he finished during
Either
the
way,
race.
he never finished.
Right. So there is a very high amount of risk actually Red Bull is putting on this by putting Max into this position and also not allowing him to take the gearbox, which makes sense. So Red Bull must feel extremely confident that there is nothing wrong with it, which is fair, but we all know anything can happen. If they would have taken the gearbox damage, they would have had three Red Bull cars in front of them. The only car Max would have actually had to have passed would have been Lando, and he's on softs. The idea here is that Red Bull thinks that he would actually never be able to finish above one or two if he starts in eighth. So they've done their math. They're calculating and they're taking the risk of starting him with the same gearbox. And yeah, this is about to probably be one of the most nerve wracking, terrifying races ever. I have to say, I have done this track multiple times in the simulations and in the game, and I cannot finish this track
He
once.
can't even finish the lap. By the way,
I literally have to restart like 6 times throughout. It is hands down one of the most challenging tracks I've ever. It's in my opinion, it's harder than Monaco because you're actually going like 150 miles an hour. The difference at Monaco is when you're just like you're going slow and it's super tight, but I mean you're at slow speed, so you can kind of move the car as much as you want. Here, one mistake, your day is completely ruined. The other thing is, it's just swapped to ESPN. 1 second.
it's on the ESPN2 at the
Yeah,
moment. Yeah.
sorry.
Jump into Discord if you want the
There we
watch
go.
party, though. Assuming you have the watch party up and running.
I do. Yeah,
Okay,
no,
great. And actually, Leclerc is in fourth. He would have had to also pass Leclerc, who had a decent qualifying there in the Ferrari. His partner, Sainz, did not have as good a qualifying. He's going to start back in 15th. He also had an encounter with the wall and the rear wing. The
Yeah,
problem.
Science had multiple encounters with multiple things. He had the wall, and then he also had multiple people in front of him. Gasly cut him off. This track is notorious for kind of causing that backup.
Yeah, we got Rosie and Blade
Blade,
Hungry
there we
in
go.
chat. They're going for Verstappen for championship. One of the interesting things here, I said this in Discord this morning. I do not expect this to be a clean race.
No, not at all.
We have had very clean races the last several weeks, even months, that we have seen very minimal yellows. We have not seen a red flag since the disaster of Spa, when that was just a nightmare after the restart back in August, right? But the first person that tries to go too wide here, just God bless you, man.
Goes into the wall.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Especially
that's the thing. There's no margin for error on this track. If you want to go wheel to wheel, there's not that much space between both of you. So if
I
you both
don't
go
know
into the
where you're going.
corner, I don't think both of you are going to come out of it.
Yeah, I mean, and they're also, it's about 250 meters to the first braking point on turn one. Turn one and kind of turn four there at the very beginning, probably your best opportunities. But man, if you miss the apex on turn one, you are not set up to get the subsequent ones at two and three. You're just like completely off, and we saw that a bit during practice.
That's the biggest thing, and that's the reason why Max Verstappen was on possibly one of the fastest laps ever at this track, is because he carried a ridiculous amount of speed coming out of turn 1 and 2, and through all the sectors you carry that speed throughout, which is something that is very important here. If you do mess up on the early part of the lap, you are pretty much destroying the rest of your lap here. It's extremely important to be able to carry that speed and to maintain that speed throughout. This will be fascinating, to say the least.
This will be fascinating, and we
also
know that
something that may happen, I want to point out, is that the pit lane exit here is right at the end of the straight. It almost comes in at an intersection with the straight. So we may see two cars get a little close to each other when they're coming out of the straights in that turn there. So that'll be very interesting. The big thing here for the
are they start? They're getting to the grid. They're getting.
They're getting to the grid. I was reading the person's name and I thought I'd be able to pronounce it, but I can't. The big thing here is the start, right?
Yeah, and we know that Bottas has had issues.
One of the biggest problems is that Hamilton didn't think Bottas last time blocked the track enough for Max to get around. I forget which race that exactly was, but that did happen. So we'll see if Bottas can play second fiddle here. To be completely honest with you, I feel like Bottas low-key wants Max to win, but that's neither here or there. So
we also saw the mess in Hungary that Bottas did at the start, but that was in the rain. It is quite dry here out in the desert as we are lined up and basically ready to go. We are ready for lights out. Frank, I think you're going to be a little bit ahead of me, so you will take it away.
And we have lights out in Saudi Arabia here. Seems like Lewis gets on really good. Max is looking on the inside. Max doesn't have a very good line here. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. It's going to be both of the Mercedes and both of the Red Bulls going right
what
back.
A lockup for Perez.
You have a Ferrari on the outside that's running out of space, but he's going to end up in front of Perez. It's going to be Hamilton, Bottas, Verstappen, and then I think it's Leclerc and then Checo. And then this is going to be the starting order here. It's extremely difficult to be able to pass on this track. One of the main places you can only track is with the DRS. Max had a really bad lockup when he was going into the first turn, which kind of didn't help him when he was carrying more momentum than Bottas. But here we are. This is going to be the line here. And I have to say, this is damage control in the sense Mercedes. This works out very well for them. Max could have been better, but not the worst case scenario either for him.
No, he got off clean. No disaster at the start there. And everybody actually got off clean, much to our surprise, to be honest.
This is crazy. The Alpine and Yuki. Oh, Yuki has to pull out. That's so long.
Oh yeah, he had to pull.
Older balls than he does. Oh, the two cars, the Alpha. This is crazy to be able to watch with all of them on the. What's going to be able to
incredibly long.
The Mercedes strategy is what's going to be here is Bottas is basically going to lag behind Hamilton and create the space so then Max can't actually get close to Hamilton, keep the space so you can't even undercut as well. That's going to be the Roove, and then you're actually going to have an Alpha diving in, and then you have Sainz coming in on the hard tires on top of the Alpha, and then Raikkonen's going to end up behind him as well. This is kind of crazy. I don't really know where you're supposed to be passing. Kimi's also going to go on the straight on the Ferrari. He's got no DRS yet. Everybody no DRS. And then you're going to have Lando trying to make a move here onto the AlphaTauri, but he's not able to. He has to back out of the move. Kimi and Sainz are about fighting each other at this point. This is kind of crazy. As we all know, this is Kimi's penultimate race, so he don't think he really cares what happens. I think he's just racing for fun.
There are 50 laps today. It's about 3.8 miles, 6.5 kilometers per each lap. So we have to go 50 laps to complete this Grand Prix. Not much. Norris up a position, Ocon up 2 positions, Gasly's dropped 2, Ricardo up 2. So the 2 McLarens are now both in the top 10. We have to check the intervals here for Verstappen. Verstappen currently 1.7
He's
behind
getting
after
stuck
the
behind
first lap.
Bottas really hard.
Yeah, I
The
mean, we know he has the speed to go get them.
Yeah, so this is where it's going to be very interesting, right? Because DRS will open in about a lap or two, and it's going to be interesting to see if he can actually catch Bottas on the straight. There's going to be an incident be involving Stroll and Russell. They will take a look at that later. Once DRS opens is where this can get very exciting because Bottas's times are close, but they're not as good as Max's, right?
Right.
There is the wall that Max ran into yesterday.
Yes. So, although he did like sort of skid along it, so I think that's kind of why there was no real damage because that he was still moving when he came off that wall. It's not like he just
He
hit
more
the.
brushed it than
Yeah,
like
yeah. He
actually.
brushed it, but it was.
I mean,
like,
he brushed it and smacked it, but he didn't. It wasn't like a Charles incident where like he had no actual control of the car and it went like the fullback.
Yeah, he also
This is
happened
going
to do it at 200 kilometers
It's actually
an hour.
not that great of it. It's an okay start for Max. The Ferrari actually got off way better. He went out for the outside and his Checo's lock up. Max actually escapes it through pretty well.
I mean,
I don't know what else
unless
really
you're gonna
could do
slot
there.
yourself up into where Bottas is, like right off the get, like there isn't that much opportunity. It's pretty short here, so like
it's so short. Yeah, there's not like what is he necessarily supposed to do, right?
I mean, Bottas basically moves left to right in in one car length, right, and just like fills the gap that is there naturally by the.
That's what happened at the beginning of the race. They rubbed tires the whole way.
They did.
Ocon and I'm guessing. Oh my god,
this is an Alpha. Oh my.
They really made love there. That was interesting. And then this is Lance, and I'm assuming he hits Russell, right? That's what they were saying. FIA.
Yeah.
So he's coming around on this. This is what? I guess.
Oh, I guess there was some rear contact.
He couldn't. Yeah, this angle I don't think lets you really see it. It's crazy to me that these guys are going car by car, like side by side on some of these. There's no space.
I do think Max can win. I think it's going to take some interesting pit strategy by Red Bull. And to be honest,
we really need to see the DRS laps.
Yeah, I also think it's going to be it's going to take a mistake. It's going to take a mistake from either Bottas or Hamilton.
The other, as you kind of said though, if there's one yellow flag or there's a red, this all kind of.
Yeah, so I think
resets,
I think what has to happen for Max is that he has to jump. He obviously has to jump Bottas, right? And which I think he will. I think he has the pace to do that. I think
he will.
And then, and let's say he does that by about like lap 30, okay? And so we're like, just a little over halfway through the race. We've gone through the first cycle of pit stops, and he jumps Bottas by then. Then you get like a yellow to come out, and so I don't know, like Mazepin spins out and hits a wall, or like Stroll just puts it into the barrier. Like it probably going to happen. So those would be my predictions for later. And at that point, you get a yellow and you compress everybody again, right? And so even if Hamilton had built up like a 10, 15 second lead at that point, now he has to restart. And at that point, Verstappen is within striking distance. And I think if you do get the restart with a yellow late in the race, you're going to see Verstappen go into turn one, basically on Hamilton's tail. And then who knows what it's going to like Monza again.
The difference here is that the Red Bull actually has the pace, unlike in the last 2 or 3 races, right? Where we've seen the Mercedes doing much better
just running away
on pace wise. Yeah. It's a lot more. I'm not going to say it's a little. It's a lot more even now. So it's not as well. Mercedes ahead. They're going to stay ahead. There actually is an opportunity where the Red Bull is able to.
But I think it has to happen in this race because we go to Abu Dhabi next week. I think Mercedes is just faster on that track. The track probably favors them. This one's a bit of a wild card because we've never actually raced here, so we don't really know.
We just never raced at night, I thought.
The other interesting piece about this is that Hamilton's tires are 4 laps older than Verstappen's.
Tire deg on this track.
Although they probably had to swap the tires. Because they were using the Q2 tires, so those were fine. So yeah, So Hamilton does have some older tires by about 4 laps because that was the Q2 tire set that they used to get into Q3. So that's an interesting one to watch as well.
Yeah, it should be interesting. The tire deg they said on Pirelli is actually a little lower. They lowered the pressures across all the tires or the
I
fronts
thought
by
they
one.
upped them.
I heard that they lowered.
Oh,
I thought
okay.
that they
I heard
lowered,
it the other way.
and that they So in this situation here, I mean, I don't like in other tracks. I don't think the tire deg is going to be as impactful, but it is something to kind of watch. The corners, or not the corners, the bumps, I guess you could say, are
Curbs.
less impact. Yeah.
Yeah, we can definitely see the comments there. Maz
Yeah,
have
we can
been
see everything,
taking
Blade.
Maz
Yeah,
have been taking the scenery. It's about 31 seconds behind at the moment, which is about a third of a lap at the current pace.
It's race control again.
Um,
Yeah, it's Ocon and Sonoda. It's that wheel to wheel. I think that
yeah,
was at the beginning.
Pirelli did say that we would not see. We don't expect
Oh,
any
that's a
tire
lockup
blowouts.
from
Oh, that
Alpine, and
is a lockout by
that's
Alpine.
kind of works out best for him.
Yeah, but he would have to give that. I don't know if there's any real advantage there. We don't expect the same sort of blowouts that we had in Qatar due to the curbs were causing a lot of that. So um, Pirelli does expect the tires to just hold up much better here. And DRS should be active. There's 3
Bottas's
DRS zones on
radio.
this track, by the way.
That makes sense. Yeah, Bottas doesn't really want to be in the bad air of Lewis, so he's trying to push Lewis to keep going a little faster.
Yeah, so right now you have a Mercedes 1 to, whoa, my goodness, that Alpine was really close to the wall. You've got a Mercedes 1-2 followed by Verstappen. About a second and a half separates Bottas from Hamilton and then Verstappen from Bottas at the moment. So staying within striking distance. Perez down in 5th and Leclerc just trying to race his way around the track at the moment. He's quite content with his position in 4th. Oh, that was Alonso with the lockup
Yeah, it was
there.
Alonso's pretty bad lockup there when he was trying to defend. I don't think they give him the place.
Well, he didn't really get any place.
Yeah, it doesn't really like do anything per se. And this is Gasly getting attacked there by Norris into this. No, I'm sorry, by Ricardo here going into that turn. Ricardo's right on him in his tail, and then we're gonna also have, or they were gonna show another video. It's right behind him is Sonoda and Raikkonen going at it, and then you also have Sainz right behind there, to seeing if he can get into a gap and be able to push up.
The smooth operator trying to work his way through traffic.
Smooth operator. It's
Smooth
not very smooth yesterday, to be completely
No, it
honest
was
with you.
not
But
very smooth yesterday. Kind of rough into
But
the
I would
wall
I
there.
would say not that I don't think anybody from Bahrain is necessarily watching this, but thanks for the Bahrain marshals that came over to Saudi to help everybody out. They actually brought a sweeper. They put a sweeper on a truck for 10-hour drive from
Oh, really?
Bahrain
Damn.
to Saudi to help them out, which is kind of interesting.
Giovinazzi driving very, very aggressively this week.
Yeah, I would
He's
have to
actually
say
been
he has
having a nice.
absolutely nothing to lose.
No, he's been having a very, very nice weekend actually. Yeah.
This is kind of one of those moments where it's like, haha, you were wrong. You should have signed me.
Yeah.
You should have kept me on the team. But
I'm sort of rooting
we
for
all kind of know
Verstappen
how
here
that goes.
too, Blade, to get that
Yeah,
championship. It's just going to be
I
hard.
want him to win, but I also want. I think ideally, I would like to see a 1-2 here, and then you go tied into the last one. I think that would be pretty cool.
Effectively, you also need the
You need the fastest lap as
something,
well.
yeah, something like that. I mean, at this
So it'd be
point,
pretty
though,
interesting to see.
assuming that both of them finish the race, right? It's gonna come down to next week anyway, because like no matter what you are, like the winner takes it next week.
Sainz is going to go on the inside, and he is going to be able to make it. I think. Yes, he does.
Yes, that looks like
was
a pretty
close.
good pass there.
Good job there. And then, but I think Alonso's going to actually try to go right back at it.
Maybe
think he's going to
Can
be
you
able
actually
to
pass here.
No. It was close.
Sainz now the biggest gainer of the evening,
Yeah,
up
he's
4
been-
positions.
He's been flying through this track, or flying through pretty much the crowd and everything.
So
How do you all watch?
oh,
We watch in our Discord, so or like we watch. I'm watching the race, so we have the. If you join the Discord, you can watch the race as well.
Yep. Yeah, you can jump it in. It's also on American television, so it is televised.
It's technically free in America.
Yeah, what was I gonna say? The science. Oh yeah, so you would expect kind of the Ferraris to do well because of how like street track kind of it is, kind of like a Monaco circuit. But
Yeah, but then they don't do well because it's necessarily the high speeds.
right, right. But Leclerc's car is going quite good.
You joined the Discord but couldn't find it. You have to read the instructions where it says welcome and like go through. You have to select the F1. You have to read the instructions and then it's in watch party.
Oh, you might have to like click the F1 icon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also be subscribed and everything like that. I think that's how it kind of works. So it is in there. There are like 20 or 30 people watching, so it's working.
All right, so we have the DRS open now, but Max can't use it because he's about 1.3 seconds behind Bottas at the moment. Well, Bottas can't use it either. He's 2.6 seconds behind Hamilton, who's just kind of, being flung out there, putting in purple sectors as we go. 1.33. The qualifying time was down 127, is essentially what Max was on pace to do yesterday. And Hamilton just put in a purple sector 1 at 34.3. So track sort of coming up to speed here as we get some more rubber down. Wow, Sonoda went really wide on that one.
And hey, Bong, nice of you to join us. And yeah, this is going to be really the next big thing is really watching the interval from Max and Bottas being able to see if he can get it under 1 second, see where DRS is able to kind of kick in and get him going.
He's got three.
It'll
DRS
be interesting
zones.
if he's going to be able to get close enough, though. Yeah, there also could be a portion here where it's monitor the tires, see how you're doing, how the car is doing, all that type of stuff. May not want to do anything too crazy, just to say. And then here we're on board with Sainz trying to make the pass here on Giovinazzi. Yellow flag, sector 3. We don't know the damage. That is really bad, actually. I hope Mick is okay. I think I can actually see his head.
Oh, it's Mick.
But that's
all right. I was wrong.
That's a pretty big impact.
That is a pretty big impact.
I saw his head move, so I hope he's okay. I think he's okay, but he's radio.
All right.
Yeah, he says he's okay, and he says he's sorry. But
wow,
I don't.
That is so the Haas has both the Haas and the Astons
pretty destroyed. To be completely honest with you, the
that
entire back,
the entire rear of that car is gone. Holy cow! Those barriers do look like there's more barrier there than there is in.
Yeah,
I
was gonna say it's really it's very. Like he didn't even go through the first part of the tech bro, which is pretty.
No. This is actually probably the best spot that he could have hit something as far as safety goes.
It absorbs. You can actually see how it absorbs the impact and everything. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this is on the.
So the problem with this radio? The problem with this track, kind of what we were alluding to earlier, and why we were saying
Hamilton is boxing.
Yeah, so the cars are gonna box under caution here, which makes sense because it kind of prevents the ability for somebody to pass you while you're in the pit lane, right? Because you can't actually this will compress the field, but you can't pass somebody during yellow, unless you do not pit.
I think Max is gonna stay out. Yeah.
Which interesting strategy.
Checo or Max will come in on the next one as well. Red Bull is getting ready to pit here too. Bottas with not a very good pit actually, 3.4 seconds. There's Checo's 2.2, almost took out the McLaren mechanic. That was super close. Here's Norris's pit stop. Doesn't look half bad. 2.9, not the best. And this is kind of what I was talking about before. Look where the the pit exit and the pit.
This is like a Monza.
It's crazy. Yeah.
It's like Monza.
It's like really close to each other. I'm also pretty surprised, to be completely honest with you, that there's no.
Yes. Flag. Okay. So this is exactly what they're saying, is that the gamble, as I was saying earlier, is that somebody else is going to hit a wall and you will have to do the safety car again and you can pit then.
Correct. Yeah, this is interesting though.
Yeah. So now we play some gamesmanship here. Because now Max is out in front. So he's got to essentially
Then
get
that
as
means
much distance as
here's Max's
possible.
radio. Yeah, this is some gamesmanship here by Mercedes. What's happening is basically the you're only allowed to go a certain speed. So all the cars are basically said during yellow incident you're only allowed to go X amount fast, right? But what Bottas is purposely doing is slowing down Max so then he saves time on the pit stop, which
Yep.
is not allowed. And unfortunately there Mick, yeah.
Oh, he lost it on the exit.
Lost the rear.
Oh.
Oh,
He just carries a bit too much speed there.
the back end just goes.
Oh, well, at least the
But it
barriers look
doesn't
they can
really
do their
look,
job here.
honestly, yeah, it doesn't really look like there's a lot, like the Silverstone Max crash is way worse.
Yeah, it is way worse.
Like this doesn't look that, I don't want to like downplay the fact, but it doesn't look that bad. Like I would say the safety did Verstappen again.
The safety car go faster. We're only driving 100.
It's
Oh
actually
my
kind of
god.
hilarious to be completely honest with you.
Now, remember, Max's tires had 4 fewer laps on them, right? So he could go a little
Yeah,
farther
right.
here.
So it doesn't. I can see what they're doing though. They're totally gambling on somebody else hitting the wall.
Yeah, but then but at some point, then they're gambling on somebody hitting the wall long enough. Like, it can't be immediately, right? You can't restart this thing and then have another flag come out immediately, because you essentially want to draw out enough time such that Hamilton also has to pit.
Has to pit, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Because if he doesn't, then he's going to have to pit under normal conditions to get tires to finish the race. So it can't be an immediate one. It has to go they have to go like another 10 or 20 or 15 laps, and then you hit the yellow, and then you can do it again.
They look so Italian. That's unbelievable.
No,
the glasses.
they're currently trying to figure out how to get Sainz
how to get rid of Perez and Gasly.
Yeah, how to get rid of Perez and Gasly
and get them right next to each other. I had to say the Aston looks pretty nice out there. It looks a little fat compared to the Formula One cars, though. It may not be a great like side by side comparisons.
All right, so we said it would not be a clean race, and it has. He got our first yellow, but the interesting strategies that are coming out now, as Verstappen has stayed out instead of coming into pit, which has now put him in front, and he does have the pace. So right now he will control the restart.
Yeah, so this is the interesting where he can just fly, right?
Yep.
If they expand a gap that's so Michael Massey really took out to the casual today with the button down all the way down to the chest hair and everything. And yeah, it's quite a magnificent track. Hopefully built cool. Humanitarianly, but
they did kind of rush it.
Yeah, let's see, no comment. I'd like to stay alive.
We have to get Mick's car out, though.
That's what I was saying too. I actually thought it was pretty weird. They're still like doing laps.
Well, it was actually in part of the track that has a decent runoff area, which is rare in this one. So
I don't know. It's also weird to me that like you're still driving at 100 miles an hour, and if they have to bring the crane and the crane's exposed, because we know how that unfortunately ended once, and it was very grim. But The yeah, I'm just it's kind of interesting. I thought they would get rid of it. But also, yeah, as you were saying, right? So technically Lewis's tires had how many more laps than
Four,
Max's?
four, four, four.
4 more laps, right? So technically Max is like 6 laps into the race. Like, I don't think you pit your tires.
No, but Mercedes went ahead and swapped. So I mean, it's a gamble. It's a gamble for sure.
It is,
And
right?
I'm
It's kind
excited
of
because I can't
weird.
wait to see how it plays out. Because this is like the perfect way
Because
to
honestly,
do
what
this.
happened to Mick can happen to literally anybody on
Yeah, it
this
can happen to
track.
anybody. He just
Like
lost the rear on the exit.
yeah, you just, if you lock up or something happens like that, it's not much you can really
Now
do. It's
the Haas have had balance issues all weekend. We kind of saw that, and
yeah,
they
but
have
we also
balance
saw the
issues all the time.
Ferraris both do it. So
Right, but exactly. The Ferraris both. I mean, Leclerc was in the wall in FP2. Sainz was in the wall during qualifying. Like the
yeah, it was
Astons haven't
bad.
had have had issues on they've been radioing issues all weekend too. So
Oh, Harley now moved to the bed.
oh, it's
See,
now red.
now this is what I was telling you. That's what I was saying. You got to. Oh wait.
You can pit.
Wow.
You can
They just
change.
played a master stroke.
You can pit now that it's red because you can go into the pit and you can just like sit there in your
Yeah,
pit
you sit
stall
there. Why do they have to red flag it?
because they have to repair
Oh,
the barrier.
they have to repair the Tech Pro,
And
right?
here
And
you go.
you
And
can't
this
have
is
someone
the
like, yeah,
master
you can't have
strategy.
a human on the track like
Right.
with cars going 100 miles. I mean, yeah, that's kind of
Now, either,
insanity.
Horner called up to Massey and said,
Yeah,
"Hey, buddy, I
yeah,
mean, you got to give me a hand here," and just
yeah.
like red
We
flag.
have to
It'd be
make this
really nice if
interesting,
you red
right?
flag the race
We
because I
got to keep
think,
the ratings up.
yeah, yeah, it'd be really nice if you just red flag this one for me, and you know, I can't wait to see Toto's reaction. This
Yeah,
Ferris wheel is really cool, by the way. I really like that Ferris wheel. It's been in a lot of shots this
hey,
week.
you can also take the longest pit you want, right?
I'm pretty sure.
Here's Hamilton radio. Lewis just found out that well, we all just found out.
That you can actually change tires under red.
So I would say though, the thing that I don't,
Wasn't this the thing in Spa where like we had
the
the
thing I
car
don't
come out
fully
late because
understand.
they were
Well,
delayed?
yeah,
They
the
red
thing I
flagged the
don't
race at the
fully
start.
understand though is why Mercedes would think it wouldn't get red flagged.
Well, to be fair, nobody else. I mean, no, plenty of other people that came into pit too. It wasn't just them because you can get out of your car at this point. I think
Yes, yeah. I mean, he looks drenched in
he
Jesus
does.
Christ.
It does look like there's a bit of a pool there in the. The tires don't look awful.
Well, why don't you change the tire? Hamilton radio. I'm sure this isn't. Well, Mr. King Safety over here caring about the world is
Mr.
now
King.
saying that. I mean, it's unbelievable. That no comment. I'm not going to comment personal drivers, but I respect him as a driver, but he plays both
But
hands all the
they
time.
haven't changed them though, so I guess they'll wait.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. You can't just be like, safety comes first in this stuff all the
Wait,
way.
so they're
Like
saying, but they're saying it's consistent because Leclerc hit the
yeah,
barrier and the race was stopped for that. So
yeah. I mean, I think this is a little petty and I think this is a little
Oh, look, Frank,
like in
the front wings. They arrived.
yeah, I think this is kind of one of those moments where it's like him as a competitor is upset, but
I mean, I'd be upset too. We made a bad strategy call. And well, it just got a little unlucky.
but like to say that I think it's a little ridiculous to say like I don't know. I don't think it's ridiculous. I'm still confused. They haven't changed his tire though, right?
Yeah, but I think they're gonna wait till he gets back in the car. They restart it, and then they
Okay.
actually pit.
See, so if there's other like I totally understand if you take the viewpoint of like Lewis, totally respect it. But like if you actually look at the impact, the Tech Pro barrier has to be set up in a way. I guess you'll kind of see the impact here. Maybe they show the replay. It's so sad when you watch it every time. Ow.
It looks like he's going for the apex there, and the rear just
Yeah, he
goes
just loses it. The car just didn't want to go.
Oh, that is just damn.
Gunther's on the phone. We need the trucks in the next race, transportation.
That's really unfortunate though, because it doesn't look like he does anything wrong per se.
Yeah, that's the thing. It didn't look like he did much wrong. I feel really bad for him. I mean, the same thing as Leclerc. Like Leclerc, you could say maybe he went into that turn too fast, but
Maybe.
it didn't seem right. Okay, so I don't want to. This is like super like out of nowhere, but I was reading somewhere as like a rumor, like, oh, imagine like this happens, like how crazy would it be? It's like because this is technically like for the 8th championship, and Michael,
Yeah.
Mick's father or whatever, never got the 8th, and that's kind of like the big thing. Will he ever get that many? And the joke that or the thing that I was seeing was that like on the last race, like Mick will be behind him on lap 1 and then literally just like run Lewis off the road so he can't beat his father. And like it's happening right now. Like he literally crashed. It's red flagged advantage to Verstappen, and like he's doing, you know what I mean? It's like kind of the same thing.
Actually, Discord just beat you to it.
Oh, did someone?
Mick Schumacher defending his father's record.
Oh, Kenny, yeah,
Kenny got you. Discord got you.
All right, I'll give you the credit on it. I swear to God, I didn't read it, but I read it. There was something on Reddit that was like, it was like, this is like the crazy mix, like the underlying storyline of the entire season. Mick won't let Lewis actually win the championship.
That's hilarious.
Which is like kind of funny, but it's also fair, like, sort of sad. But like it's.
To be fair, there was a Haas that almost took out Hamilton in like FP2 or something.
Okay,
right?
So that's another thing, right? No. That wasn't Mazepin's fault though. That was Mercedes was fined $25,000, and Red Bull was asking the same question: is why is there no penalty? Because Max had the penalty last week. Remember when he didn't slow down
double
wave yellows in Q3, he got the penalty and he started 5 places behind, right?
Yeah.
And where is the equal penalty for Mercedes? That was kind of the question. If I'm being honest, I think there's a difference of when you do it in qualifying and practice. Then again,
yes.
Then again, it's like, is there a difference in like safety? It's like, oh, so you care more about people in qualifying. I think it's just if you're in qualifying, the penalty is for the race, if that makes sense.
Correct.
So I think it makes a little sense. I could see how Red Bull was upset. I think it's fair. I don't think it was and there's he's probably also saying the same thing. I have no idea what I did wrong.
Yeah, I would be really interested to see the telemetry. Like, it would be really cool. And I was talking.
It'd be cool to see what he's talking about right now.
I was
like,
talking
actually analyze with it.
Last week, because we were at a simulation conference, and he was also an F1 fan. He was saying basically it'd be really cool if we could re-simulate how these cars actually
10 minutes
go off, or like actually have a collision. Like, for example, in that one, it'd be cool if we could go back and see like what would have happened if he was driving 2 miles an hour slower. Would he have not lost the rear end? And you could just like simulate in 3D or something like that. Kind of like if you went back to Max's incident from yesterday. Like, if he had come out of that turn just like 1 or 2 miles an hour slower, would he have not hit the wall, right? Like, is it that close that what we're talking? I don't know. Maybe one day we'll be able to do that.
I think I mean, at this point, I actually think all the cars have so many sensors, they actually know why it happens.
They probably could, but I'd just be
I think
curious to
they
know, like,
know.
is it that, like, yesterday, if Max had put the brake on for like just 1 or 2 more miles an hour, would it have made a difference?
And it looks like there are new tires
Yep,
going
here
onto
come the
the
new
car.
tires. Now you are going to have an opportunity to warm these up slightly because you are going to have to do the safety car laps.
They're warm in the blankets, though.
They are
Remember
warm in the
that.
blankets, but you actually have to, like,
I
get.
kind of want. I would. Can you buy one of those? This must be nice.
Can you buy one
On
of
the
them?
couch at home.
They're like super space blanket. I don't know. The pup behind you might really like it.
Yeah. She's passed out. She's
She's
no interest in this race. Literally
no.
sleeps.
She's like, red flag. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, she exactly. She sleeps and it's about all she does. She walks, licks, and it's great.
That's
What a
pretty
life.
good.
I wish I had that life.
That's pretty good.
Toto definitely got a haircut.
Toto did get a haircut.
Yeah, no
Either
glasses
that or he
too
just
this
slicked
time.
it back.
Yeah.
He's not looking happy right now. Look what he did to the straw in the water bottle.
Tense. The
Yeah,
tension.
the tension. You can see it on the straw in the
But
water
okay,
bottle.
all right. I still am very back to this point. Like, if you're Mercedes or you're the other teams that didn't pit, like, where, like, I don't know.
Well, so,
Like, you look at the track and be like, yeah, it looks like they're gonna have to fix the barrier.
but look, very interesting. Ocon in the Alpine up in 4th. Ricciardo in the McLaren now in 5th. Leclerc has dropped back to 6th.
Honestly, I haven't paid any attention.
Yeah,
to
so
the
Ocon
rest of
and Ricciardo did not go in for the pit, and they put themselves up into 4th or 5th, which is quite interesting here.
Who else pitted? A McLaren pitted, right?
Well, we can tell you right here. So,
Oh, yeah. Here,
anybody
pit
with
one,
a
two.
2 has this.
Has
So
pitted.
Leclerc has double pit. Perez
Oh.
has a double pit. Norris.
Oh my God, they pitted Checo and not him. Wow.
Yeah, they pitted Checo. Yeah, Norris down in 14th has the double. Alonso as well, and Russell and Stroll there. But now I don't quite recall if you have to restart from a standing start or if it's with a safety car. That one I'm a little.
Well, we'll find out in about 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Or if somebody knows in chat. I'm not 100%.
I don't recall. Yeah, I don't recall if you go around, but then you have to go from a standing start, or if you just. I think you have to go from a standing start after red. I think
it is.
I think so. So but what's really interesting there is if we have another restart from standing still, we have had Max have, Max gearbox issues has happened before. He's slipped a gear. This was 2 races ago, and I feel like it was in Brazil on the start. And we might just, everybody got away unscathed the first time around, but that might not be true the second time around.
They're doing I feel like Perez didn't even. Oh, you know why? They probably changed his because of the flat spot on the first race.
Oh, that's true.
That's probably what it was.
That's probably a good call. Good call.
I mean, Ocon literally has nowhere to go.
He has nowhere to go. This could have been really bad for Ocon.
I mean, I'm surprised that Tari didn't go over the tire like we've seen before. Sometimes that happens.
I mean, he is literally between.
And then here's where he pushes Stroll off. Yeah, I think Stroll's just been in so many accidents. He probably was like, screw this. Not today. And there's Joe's Verstappen, his father, who, I don't know if you've ever, someone dumping some ice into the coolers. I've never seen that before. That's hilarious.
I think it's dry ice.
Dry ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they don't, and the regular ice in Saudi Arabia would just melt.
Actually, that one goes pretty quick too.
Yeah, the dry ice goes very quick.
Goes pretty quick. We have about 5 minutes before resuming the race here in Jeddah.
We did get some laps under caution, though. I think we got 4 or so.
We did, but
like
everybody's swapped tires at this point, right? So
yes,
it's
basically a brand new race.
It's a total reset. and this will not be the last.
No,
It'll be
I
the
don't think this is
first,
gonna be the last.
but it's
No,
not
I
going to be
don't
the
think so
last.
either. I do have to go to lunch at 2:30, so hopefully we don't have many more accidents.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm curious what the actual temperature is there. Genuinely curious. Also, this would be a pretty weird track to actually go and watch because all you really see is the straightaway, right?
I think there's
I'm curious
other...
about viewing zones on this one. Hey, Paolo, how are you doing?
There it is. There it is. Welcome in. Welcome in. Got about
Session restart
four
in 3
minutes before
minutes.
the.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to
3
take a quick
minutes
leak
30
then.
seconds before we have. Yeah, there you go. 3
Hi,
minutes
Hody.
30 seconds before the session restart, and Max will be leading it, much to Blade Hungry 848's joy, I suppose, and those rooting for Verstappen, as we've had a bit of a flip in position, as Mercedes went in to take a pit stop under caution, and then the session was red flagged. Red Bull deciding to stay out instead of pitting, and that move worked completely in their favor, as they were able to change their tires under red anyway, and gain all the positions. And so, but that is just the first incident we have seen so far today. I expect at least another one. Interesting. Mercedes talking with Hamilton, saying that basically they expect everybody to finish the race on this set of hard tires, and they have a couple other options of what they want to do in case of real or virtual safety cars.
Yeah, you know what that sounded to me? It sounded, hey, Lewis, we screwed this one up, so go race and go fast.
Yeah, keep the pressure up on Verstappen. And I think this will be a standing start here. 2 minutes to go. We are going to have to go at least a formation lap. So I don't know if that one counts or not.
And like to see the little hashtag there, Vettel race for women, as we know. I mean, I won't comment on it, but we're in Saudi Arabia, so you can take it as that. He's supports everything wherever he can go. He actually also, while he was here in Saudi Arabia, he took a bunch of girls to I forget if they actually made the go-karting track, but they all went go-karting. As you know, there women are not typically don't typically drive, so it was a beautiful gesture. He was able to go there. He's been doing this throughout the entire season in Austria. He's done similar things in Hungary. He has stance against LGBTQ, so it's just nice to see Vettel, as always, being a good person to the sport and everything like that. I guess ambassador of the sport is what you would call him. Yeah.
Martin Brundle interviewed a female Saudi driver. She was racing for British Formula 3, is what they said. Actually, this season.
Nice.
That was the interview. Yeah, one of the interviews pre-race, actually, in the pit lane that Brundle had, which thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's just pretty neat. I guess
was
Vettel
rent a jet.
Yeah, it is a rent a jet ad on the
the McLaren.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I mean, if you went to the Houston race and then saw what the airport looked like, I think everybody needs a jet.
You know what? I probably needed to rent a jet. What was it? Wednesday night.
Yesterday,
out of Orlando.
Wednesday. Yeah, exactly.
With the fiasco from American Airlines, I could have rented my own jet. I should have called them.
So I think this is everybody's going on hards.
Yep. Everybody's going on hards. Got to get formation.
Well, it has question marks for Max and them. But I'm pretty sure it looks like hards. Yeah, it looks like hards.
The question is, yeah, they did replace the tires. Everybody's got a new set of tires. It's like we have a brand new race here, except we're 14 laps in. Now we have to see if they manage to make it to the end. Ricardo a little slow on the gas there.
Yeah, he couldn't find the first gear there.
He was like, "Oh, we're moving."
Had to put his smile on first. There, Checo taking his no hands driving, I guess.
He's on mediums though. They did not.
Yeah, he is on mediums because he pitted before.
Yeah.
right? So he pitted on the before on the yellow. Yeah, this is going to be fascinating.
Yeah, so they didn't
This could have
replace them
been
again. Right.
no. Yeah, they have to be green. They can't go through that many tires. Hamilton
Right.
here. I I don't understand.
He just did a practice start from the pit lane. Is
What's
what
that mean?
I mean. I guess he means he went out a little too quick. Either that, or he was actually trying to like basically launch like with the gears on the instead of just Yes, he's revving it.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
revving it. Yeah. And
Wait,
it is going to
it
be a
sounds like
standing
he
start.
was.
Yeah, he's basically revving it into launch mode, basically.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
was
know.
a
I think
problem. Hold
Hamilton's
on,
just
Max here. I
complaining.
can't hear. And he's saying safety car is going too slow because he's not able to heat the tire. Yeah, it didn't seem, or the commentators or something like that didn't seem like he did anything very wrong on the. I don't think that's
Yeah,
anything.
because the
Yeah.
problem is that right, Verstappen is going to
I'm
have
not.
to sit still while Latifi over
Yeah,
in
everybody
19th
else. Yeah.
is going to have to come up 30 seconds later. So in any case, thanks everybody again for joining us. We are in the penultimate race of this 2021 season, and it is currently Verstappen in the lead. Jump into Discord if you need the watch party. You got a bunch of F1 fans cheering for everybody, all their favorite drivers in there as well. A bit of a flip here. It was Hamilton that was on pole. A little bit of gamesmanship, a little bit of strategy with the first
Again.
safety car. Verstappen now leading. We're going to have a standing start here in a second.
Yeah, Max basically just saying he's going to lose all the heat out of the tires, and it's way more than like a 10-car length. So, I mean, yeah. I mean,
it is what it is.
They're literally halfway through the track. Yeah, it's not much you can really do, unfortunately. I guess this is sort of also. I guess this is sort of what everybody was going through, also, right? This is what Lewis and Bottas went through in the start right away. So, I mean, I guess it's
everybody's
sort of
going to lose
fair.
the heated tires except for the last dude.
Again. Yeah, he's saying that you have to have a 10-car length and close next to each other, right?
Gamesmanship.
This is both of them going at each other saying one thing's not allowed. Here's Lewis doing a practice start. I mean,
all right, here we go.
Here we
Standing
go.
start here in a second.
I mean,
oh boy,
in 5 minutes.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus. I mean, they're not even close to the draft.
No, I see Latifi back there. Nope, never mind. That's not him. That's Russell.
I mean, this is. It is kind of ridiculous, I'll be honest with you. Like, like the gap of time from the first person to the second time is absurd.
Yeah, they're so slow. All right.
And here we go again. We'll see if Max is able to get this start off. We have lights out, number 2 again. It looks like Max is able to get a start. Hamilton got a really good start, a much better start than him. Hamilton's going to be able to take the lead here. There's going to be a lock up there from Bottas. Hamilton and Lewis are going right at it. They're hitting each other. Max ends up in front, and Max was going to be able to take the position.
My goodness!
And then the Alpine's going to end up in front too. So we have Max front, and then the Red Bull side by side. We're going to have another yellow.
Oh, the Red Bull is off! Perez is off! Oh, a huge crash!
But the big thing here is that we have to realize that Max is in first and the Alpine is in second, and you have Lewis in third. So this is absolutely massive. This is absolutely crazy. We're 100% going to have another red flag. There's no way I don't see how we don't have another one. But this is absolutely insane. Like
drama in Saudi Arabia as Perez has hit the wall. Mazepin has hit the wall. Chaos coming around the first turns. Actually, Perez might survive. Might just be a front wing. Mazepin's Haas is completely gone.
Russell's out too. I mean, at this point in the race, we may not have any cars left.
My goodness, we got we got to see that replay there. If Hamilton and Verstappen actually made contact.
So there is a possibility that Max is going to have to actually give the place back to Lewis, which would put Ocon in first, Lewis in second, and Max in third.
Oh, actually, Perez's Red Bull has stopped.
Yeah, let's get a replay, I guess.
Holy moly.
Lewis definitely got the better start.
I think you're right. Yeah, Lewis does get way better start. They don't touch.
Oh, actually,
They don't touch. They don't touch.
Yeah. Yeah, but he can't take the place.
They don't actually touch here.
No, but he can't like get the place. Like yeah. Like Max is gonna say that I didn't get any space to be able to go in, but technically there was no space for him to actually like get. Right? Like,
I mean,
yeah, yeah. I don't think he's gonna keep it. I'm curious to what actually happens to Checo.
This is a huge development.
Yeah, I mean, Checo's just, what is he supposed to do? Someone hits him, yeah.
He gets hit from behind.
There's too many people. He's also really, yeah, I was gonna say he's really lucky he didn't get hit again.
Right.
And I'm guessing I'm guessing Leclerc hits him. Bottas actually did a pretty good job of not hitting Max. Yeah, Leclerc runs out. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he does.
Yeah, I mean,
they're trying to go 3 wide. They're trying to go 3 wide.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Oh my Jesus!
Oh lordy!
Oh my God! Wow. I know we make fun of Mazepin a lot, but Jesus, that was not his fault at all. I don't. Yeah, I mean, what are you supposed to do? The guy slammed the brakes on a straightaway. Are we ever gonna get to 50 laps?
Are we ever gonna get to 50 laps? Yeah, this does get interesting because there's a third car in the mix.
Yeah, Ocon's kind of in the mix here.
Ocon's Alpine is in here too. So it's not like a very clear cut.
Yeah, I think we all can agree that Max did what he was like what we thought he was going to do, but I think he has to give the spot back. He can't like. Yeah, I don't. Checo's absolutely lost. What are they looking at? I guess there's a screen.
Is there a big screen or something?
To see a replay? Yeah, there's got to be a screen. He's looking at himself. So I'll be honest here. I don't really think anybody was superly at fault for these incidents that just kind of happened here. In the sense of, I think the Leclerc Checo incident is the fact he literally just got squeezed. Absolutely nothing he can do.
Yeah. He got squeezed.
Like, what are you supposed to do at that point, right? It's nothing you can do. And then the Mazepin one, I'd love to see a replay because that looked
It
really
looks like he just
scary.
rear ends the guy. But
Yeah, it looked really scary in the sense of like
we
you
have
didn't
some
even
damage.
see his car until like he hit it.
There's the
And
front wing
there's
damage.
Bonito looking at
Binotto.
it. Bonito. Pero qué bello. And here Ocon finds himself again in first. If everything goes as it goes, he should be in first. Lewis second, Max third.
Seems reasonable, right?
It'll be pretty interesting. But then again, right? It's another standing start, so it's super 50-50.
Yep.
To be honest with you, I feel like if you're starting first, it's worse.
Could be.
They're gonna maybe do a rolling start for this one, maybe that they're saying, but I'm not exactly sure yet. I guess they're just cleaning up the track. Toto looks like he's on a mission.
Toto
Jesus Christ.
Like he's ready to. He's headed to the stewards. Toto is headed to the stewards. And Lewis is getting his scooter. Because that's dangerous. It looks dangerous. It could. You don't want him to crash with that thing. That was George Russell's car, by the way. That Williams that got into the mix there.
Checo is still really mad that his car is not going back to the pit.
Yeah, well.
Which I don't necessarily disagree with him. The
I mean, is the car drivable?
Honestly, it looked like all he had to replace was the front wing. Is that duct tape?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not. I'm an idiot. It's not duct tape.
Well, it's the wheel hub.
It's the wheel hub thing. It looked like duct tape.
Reed saying they should give Toto the championship.
Yeah.
So this is now 4 cars out of the race, 2 Haas's, 1 Red Bull, 1 Williams.
Here's Red Bull FIA.
Interesting. Michael Massey saying that he's going to give Red Bull the opportunity to start from position 2 based on what happened there at turn 1.
But where does
Ocon start?
Ocon and Hamilton?
Does that put Hamilton in third?
Why would you punish like Ocon shouldn't be punished. Here's FIA Radio Red Bull. Awkward silence. I'm confused.
Interesting. Basically, Red Bull was saying, yeah, we'll start P2 as long as Ocon's first. And then Michael Massey saying, no. Hamilton would be actually on pole, which would put the Alpine in third. I suspect Alpine has something to say about this, but they're like not involved in the conversation.
Where are our Alpine brothers at?
Yeah.
Why is he not?
Where are the French at?
Two people, that makes. Yeah, why is Ocon getting absolutely screwed out of this? If 2 people in front of you do some, this is not. This is kind of ridiculous. Ocon should be in first. If 2 people, if someone like messes up and they're technically supposed to be able to like give one
How
back.
is this a negotiation?
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, what?
I sort of agree too. Assume they had crashed, both of them, and they're both out. Ocon's leading.
Ocon's first.
Ocon's first, right?
What? What? Or is Mercedes FIA? Okay, makes sense.
Okay. All right. So there it is.
Okay,
They've
there's
changed
the
it.
information.
It would be Ocon first,
There we go.
Lewis second, Max third.
Yeah, keep Ocon up there. Poor guy. Alpine over there was like, hey, what about us?
Oh
Do
yeah.
anything wrong?
Oh my God, drama.
So this is interesting. Who does Ocon like more? Yeah, this is fair. I don't
Yeah,
think
I
this
think
is
this is the only fair outcome. Interesting. Is a standing start? It's not a formation lap.
that means you can.
I guess they can drop as far back as they want.
That's weird. This is the part of Formula One that I don't fully understand all the time.
There's a lot of backdoor
Yeah.
dealing going on right now.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, I mean, he's like Hamilton's ahead. Can't really
What
do
a
that.
massive lockup by Bottas, though. Holy cow!
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have a problem with much of this. Yeah, but look at Checo's car. It's fine. It's just the front wing.
I would think Checo's car is fine too, but somehow he's told to stop
It's not like that destroyed. It didn't look that destroyed. It looked like he'd literally just lost the front wing. And this is insanity. I just don't understand. But then also, it's like, Charles, what do you think's going to happen here, buddy?
Perez thinks he's clear though.
Yeah. Like, what is he supposed to do? Like, uh, Charles just has to back out of the corner. He can't. This is Charles again. Like, he can't. You can't keep going. You know, you can't keep going. It's totally his fault.
Spingi. Sempre diritto.
Yeah,
Sempre
that's
diritto.
totally not. Perez shouldn't have to. I totally disagree with Charles. I do like Charles. I I don't agree because he.
Yeah, how can you forget about the?
Yeah,
he's in
like,
front of you.
What do you mean? Yeah, like you forgot that there was a wall there. Like, what are you supposed to do? Like, you forgot that there was a wall and Checo's right next to you, and if you move, you're gonna hit him. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, Checo has a perfect racing line and he's fine. He's ahead.
Of course, he forgot you were there.
This is the Mazepin. This
he's
is
in front.
terrifying, actually. Yeah, that's.
Oh my lord! The brake light doesn't even come on.
Nah, it's scary. Poor guy, dude. He gets everything. Nothing goes well for him, like, ever.
Like,
It's just sad. Do we know when they're gonna restart?
they haven't told us. The pup's still having none of it. She's saying, "Oh, it's another red. Still sleeping."
Oh yeah, she's gonna be asleep for a while.
Now I'm curious if Max had actually cut this in as if it was like an actual corner and not like gone into tangent.
I mean, he would have hit Lewis.
No.
Right?
Instead of diving it, he would have actually like taken a turn there and tried to make an exit like closer to the wall,
He'd stay
closer
second.
to the right wall.
Yeah. Yeah. There's Ocon.
Well, they're getting the restraints in, so I suspect this is going to restart pretty soon. I mean, everybody's back in the cars and the driver restraints are on. Well, I mean, this has been at least interesting.
Yeah, this is just. Yeah, this is just crazy to me. This is wild.
Now, Max going to start in third. So he's going to start in the same position that he did originally. He started the race originally. Ocon kind of being a bit of an X factor here as far as an unknown variable and what the heck's going to happen. Oh, so interesting. So interesting. More ice, more ice.
Yeah, more ice.
Just waiting for the restart here. Drivers are in the cars, but they haven't exactly told us when they'll be off. So oh, there's an hour and 31 minutes of time. Interesting. Left in the race.
Well, Haas is gonna start
Haas is
packing up.
done. Yeah, Haas is done for the weekend. They can they'll be heading to the UAE here shortly. Oh my.
Still so bad the more and more you watch it. Just goes straight into the back of him.
Why does he have to stop? Oh, because there is just a cluster in front. Oh. All right. The crews are off.
I think it should be starting out soon.
Yeah,
I think it is a.
Here we go. So we're down to 16 cars.
Yeah, we're just losing cars at this point, which is, I guess, one way to think about it.
Yep, there's Verstappen.
Here is Max. He's going to allow them to pass.
And there goes Hamilton. So now we resume the order here. Ocon in first, Hamilton in second, Verstappen in third. Different tire compounds here. Max is on the medium tires, Hamilton on the hards. And those are new hard tires there for Hamilton. Yeah, and Lando now finds himself in last place, being in 16th. Interesting. Lewis asking why the difference in tire compound. 35 laps to go. Mercedes is adamant that they have the right tire choice here.
And we will also have a standing start once again.
Yes, we will. Be very curious to see how Verstappen and both Hamilton get off this time. Verstappen having essentially two subpar starts for this race. And then the wild variable is how Ocon is going to have a start, because he's going to be in the mix too. You got to give him space if he's there in the turn.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's going to be a pretty interesting spot here with Ocon and how much he wants to get involved here.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I was basically saying, who he likes more, because he can have the decision, right, of blocking one line, right? He can block one line or the other line. So it will be interesting. I wonder what's kind of going through his head.
I'd be curious to see. Now, Hamilton is going to start.
That's a lockup and a half.
Oh, there is a bit of a lockup there for Lewis on those tires. That's bizarre. That's only a
in a warm-up lap.
In a warm-up lap, yeah. Hamilton will be starting in Bottas's position, and we saw during the first start that Bottas made a move from left to right to sort of cover up that position from Verstappen. Now, I'd be curious. Hamilton doesn't have to cover any positions. He just sort of has to go. Does Hamilton also try to make a move left to right, or does he just sort of go for it and try to beat Ocon to the first corner? I don't know.
Yeah, that's a big question. And also, I'm pretty surprised Max isn't giving even more space. And then here's Ocon getting into the end.
Hugging the wall there.
Alpine always finding themselves involved, and I kind of love it.
Yeah, they were here in this position in Hungary.
I absolutely love it.
Although Alonso
out of the top teams,
front,
a lot of the top teams, they do pretty well actually. Like in the sense of like Ferrari's always consistently in the top, but then Alpine actually like gets involved in certain situations, which is pretty cool. It's nice to see. Doing pretty well.
We have to make sure that Ocon goes into the right box to start. He realizes
as you can see,
first.
the dog does not want to get up.
Oh,
now she's up.
The dog's trying. There we are. We are ready.
She's stepping on her shirt.
All right. Let's try it again.
Go. This is going to be round number 3. I guess nobody wants to win.
Or they want to win really bad. And there's Norris bringing up the rear now as 16 cars are left. We've lost 20% of the field.
Harris's car, by the way, is officially out.
Okay.
Here we go. Number 3. And we will have lights out for the 3rd time here in Saudi Arabia. I cannot tell. Max is going to go on the inside. Lewis seems to have a pretty good start. Hamilton's going to take completely the inside. Verstappen has the inside. He makes the right move. He makes it. He's going to have it, and Ocon's going to have to give the place back. That was an insane move that Max was able to pull up with the speed that he has. He's going to end up keeping first, and then Lewis is going to have to deal with him as well. And then you're going to have the McLaren as well getting involved. And he's going to get in front of Norris, and then you have 3 cars off the track. I don't know who at this point, but the big news is that Max is in first, Ocon second, Lewis third, and then you have, I think it's Lando in fourth, and
Ricardo in
4th, and Bottas in 5th. So here we go.
Clean.
No incident.
Clean, absolutely clean. A fantastic start. I absolutely picture perfect start from Verstappen. You could not have asked for a better outcome on that one. That was sensational by Max.
Yeah, that move is. I mean,
Totally clean. Again, because the
I
X
thought he was.
factor was Ocon. We didn't know.
I thought he was gonna clip the inside of the thing.
And it was almost Lewis
was
who hit
crazy.
Ocon in that case.
Yeah.
Who pushed Ocon out.
That was crazy.
But Verstappen had the inside. He was totally clear. Didn't ever get involved with Lewis. And there you go. Max now leads the race, and we're off. On the medium tires, by the way, that could have been the reason. Remember, Max on medium tires, Lewis on hard compound could have been the reason that Max had the better start in that one. The difference in tire.
I think it is, and it's going to be interesting to see if the medium tires is actually going to be able to make the entire race at this point, right? I think that's the big problem.
Well, it was about 40 laps is what they were saying for the hards.
And then Lewis is going to make the move here on Ocon, and then the chase is on to Max.
The chase is on indeed.
Yeah, and we still don't have DRS too. So he passed Ocon without DRS, and here, oh, what? The Honda was about to make a move, but I guess this is way more entertaining. Max here goes all the way on the inside, late braking. Oh my Jesus. They did touch.
Lewis hit Ocon though.
Yeah, I totally did.
So there could be some damage on the front wing there.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if there's any damage or anything. This move is out of this world.
Max managing to keep his hands clean of this entire thing. You gotta give the guy a lot of credit here.
My God. I'm curious to see I'd be really curious to see the contact that was made. I don't know.
Wow. You know what? If Ocon isn't there, that ends poorly.
Oh. That wing doesn't look. I mean, this should be fine, but
wow, he is so lucky that wing doesn't come apart.
He almost just won the championship for Red Bull.
That is so lucky that wing does not come apart.
Yeah, he's so lucky. Oh. He's so lucky it didn't break. Wow.
Wow. That's insane. Now, yeah, folks, if you want the live pictures, make sure to jump into Discord. The watch party's going on in there with all the F1 fans. We have had some insanity going on in this race as Lewis Hamilton just punched in the fastest lap despite the front wing damage there, 133.056. 3/10 faster than Verstappen on that one.
And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. The Ferraris have successfully managed to be right next to each other once
again. In 10th and 11th. Oh my God, they did it. They did it.
They always manage to find each other on the side.
Like wayward lovers.
It's
unbelievable. And you know what? They gave up 4th place, but at least they're together. Because they had Leclerc up in 4th.
Just kind of hilarious. Race control here. Turn 3. Oh.
Previously.
Oh, they're talking about the last thing. Yeah. No, there was no penalty or incident with Ocon and Hamilton. That's just them racing.
That's just them racing.
Nothing at all. We've seen wings break from that. Touching other people's wheels. Yeah, we've seen wings break from a lot less. It's absolutely insane. Ocon literally could have just run it over and that's it. Max just brings it home, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's absolutely insane.
Yeah, Ocon could have run it over. Lewis goes into a spin and he's into the wall after that.
Also, Max was not very close from safety either. So
Max just threw down 3/10 faster. 132.71. That is 3/10 faster than Lewis's last lap.
Max here really needs to push because he may get caught if Lewis is DRS. Max radio. He's losing power.
Just restart the engine. Interesting. That's not the radio message you want.
Yeah, that's not the radio you necessarily want, but you also could be thinking, is he just saying that, right? I mean, there is kind of a little of everything, but I do think he's typically Max doesn't play games on the radio, so like here he is again. Okay. The battery is just not there yet. So okay, there you go.
Yeah. I was gonna suggest that it's a battery. Like he thinks it's a battery issue, but
yeah. Lewis made a bad mistake there in that on 22. That was really tough. He went super wide. He lost. He was about to be in DRS range and he lost all of it. The wiggle too. It's. I'm also really curious. I kind of want a close up of the wing.
Well, I did manage to see it as it came around about a couple frames ago.
Can you visibly see anything?
It is visibly scuffed on that side. See as he comes around.
Yeah, it is. It kind of is. I'm just wondering if there's something that like I mean, they're going at 200 miles an hour, right? So it's like this stuff, like if there's one small thing, it becomes such a bigger crack and stuff like that. So I'm curious.
It looks horizontal. I mean, it doesn't look like it's angled at all, but it is visibly scratched.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, look.
See, it's scratched.
It's definitely cracked. It's cracked.
Is it?
No. It looks maybe it doesn't look great.
It doesn't look great, like it's on. But it's intact.
It looks on, right? Yeah. It looks like it's on. Well, actually, yeah. Carbon fiber doesn't break, like crack per se. It just like
it looks
shatters.
Like somebody buffed it.
Yeah, it just looks like someone didn't do that good of a cleaning job, honestly.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Ocon didn't fight like a lion.
No. But so the tires, the medium tires are supposed to last around 30 laps. So, you know,
he should be able to make it.
Well, the thing is, I think Red Bull is betting on another safety car because they're going to want to go on another set of medium tires and then finish the race. You get another 10 laps in and you can get another safety car, you can pit and you can go.
Yeah, I don't think it may happen, but it also may not.
Crazy. These two are just going to go at it for the next 28 laps. We're in for a bit of a treat here.
I mean, Lewis does have, I mean, as they were saying, he kind of does have the straight line speed and everything like that. So it should be pretty interesting once DRS comes on.
They have it now. They have it now.
Now they do. But DRS, on that last straightaway, they didn't.
Now. Yeah, but look at the distance. Like Verstappen gets the distance here in that sector. 1.5 seconds now.
FIA control again. DRS is now enabled.
There you go.
This is really cool seeing an aerial view of it, so you can see all the S's and the little kinks in the track there, seeing how much the driver actually has to kind of adjust and be able to make a move on it too. It's pretty interesting. And then here he's going to be ending up into the I think it's 27 turns total, right?
Yeah, it is. Verstappen just threw down this is a monster lap by Verstappen, by the way, because he opened up almost 0.5, a half a second. On
the Hamilton. Battery's charged.
Yeah, this is a monster lap right now. We are going to see.
Oh my God! Every time it's so scary when they go right
into that one right there. That is just.
It's so scary. It is so scary.
Did you ever make it to that part of the track?
Nah, no way.
No, I didn't make it.
After like 10 restarts, I make it there. Just no shot. This track is. Honestly, I enjoy the game, but like when I have to do this track, it's just like not that much fun. It's just like it's so hard. It must be easier when you drive the actual car. I bet.
It's easier when you do the real one. Yeah, sure.
All of us would end up in the wall in this. Yellow 1 sector flat, yellow sector, and we have an AlphaTauri into the wall without a wing.
We go again.
It doesn't look terrible.
It doesn't look terrible. But doesn't look great.
Doesn't look great.
Doesn't look great, actually.
No, don't run over it. What are you doing?
That doesn't look great either.
Stop. Yuki.
It looks like that tire has blood on it.
Oh my God, the tire is literally on fire.
Oh, the brakes on fire.
The brakes
are on fire. Yeah,
there you go, Yuki.
Healthy.
Jesus, back up, bro, homie.
Oh, he's gonna back up into the wall. And the brakes are still on fire. Yeah, the front right brake is still on fire.
Something's messed up in this car. It sounds really bad. Whoa, the Ferraris.
The Ferraris are going at each
Did
other.
you see that? Yeah, look at this. Wait,
Yeah,
okay.
actually, the
I
Ferraris
was looking at the Ferrari. Who
raced
hit?
each other. There's a bit of a lockup there. Yuki gets the back of the Stroll car.
No, it's Vettel.
It's Vettel. It's Vettel. You know what? You know what? The other thing I was going to say, we saw a lot of this in qualifying. The difference was that there was nobody else out on the track.
Yeah, that's the thing. Nobody else is there.
Nobody else is there to hit. You just hit the wall.
Well, I'm pretty sure Leclerc is going to have to give the spot back to Sainz 100%
I mean, I think
in
they're
that
just
one.
going to have to hash it out over.
Or they work it out on
a bottle
the,
of
yeah,
wine
that's
later.
where Massey's just like, hey, you guys figure this one out.
Giovinazzi up in 7th at the moment. It's pretty good there in the Alfa Romeo.
Yeah.
Gasly in 6th. Also
There you go.
looking not too
Sainz
bad.
gives the Sainz now takes the place back.
Toto looking slightly content.
He looks, yeah.
Now Verstappen will control the restart because this
Yes,
is not
he
a standing
does.
start. It's not a standing start.
No, I also don't think he really went into the barrier that bad like we saw last time. I don't think it. This one, I don't think is going to get red flag.
No,
like
this
the
one
fact
doesn't
that
get
he
red
was
flag.
able to drive the car away and everything.
This one
I
doesn't
think
get red
makes
flag.
total sense. Yeah, I don't think.
He has made it back to the pits. Virtual safety
And a
car
new
is
wing,
ending.
come on. I hope they show this. It's always really cool to see the new wing. Okay, or not, it's fine. Max is off.
And green flag, we are clear. Max is gone.
And Lewis right behind him.
By a bit, actually.
No, it's kind of right next to each other, I think.
I think he opened a bit of a gap here, actually.
1.2, but he's maybe gonna have the DRS.
No. He didn't get it in the
Not
detection
here.
zone. And that was the advantage zone for Mercedes, right? That long start finish straight.
Yeah, that is typically where they do the best, and then Max is able to pick it up on the back couple sectors, but it's still super. I mean, it's just
this is
the margins
we're
on
we're,
this.
we're at half distance. Here we go.
Yeah, I'm definitely not making it to lunch.
Yeah, you're gonna have to delay lunch a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe 30 minutes. Because this one is just gonna. What happens next? I mean,
Anything.
I still think Stroll hits the wall.
I do think somebody else is gonna.
Or it could be a Ferrari. It could be a Ferrari the way.
So I would be surprised if both of these hit each other.
Oh, God.
At this point, it's kind of weird. It's so weird. It's.
You know what? We already have a great Drive to Survive so far for this one.
Yeah, this is gonna be a hell of a.
This is gonna
season.
be a good one. This one's gonna be a good one for sure.
Lewis is at the second.
Best season yet.
He is under a second.
He is. He might have DRS right now, which is why he's charging ahead. Now, nope, maybe not. Trying to.
Max puts fastest. Lewis puts fastest. They're both just kind of. It's the duel at the top, and he's under by. He's under a second by a lot.
5. Wow, that is a new. There you go. We were at 132.
Alonso.
Se le fue. Uy, se le fue. That could have been close. That one actually has some runoff area.
Yeah, I was gonna like. It's a crazy save, and the fact that nobody else hit him.
Now it'd be interesting. Max sister team over here. Yo, Yuki, get out of the way, but then just come back and
Yeah.
I was basically saying there's no reason Verstappen can't go to the end of the race, but interesting. I think he's going to finish on absolutely nothing as far as tire
Yeah, I
health.
don't think there's going to be any tire left on his car. How was Vettel drive?
It was a penalty. Did a piece of his car just fly off onto the track?
Yeah.
Time penalty for Sonoda. Interesting.
Wait, wait, I'm so confused. Wait, why is he mad at the?
Not sure.
Oh, I think he's mad at you. I don't think that was at his team.
Oh, okay.
I think that was at it. I wouldn't, unless he was like, "Why'd you let me keep racing?" I don't know. I couldn't really understand what he was saying, but he didn't seem happy.
The
Oh my God! Nobody should hit that.
I was gonna say something did come off his car. That was off of Vettel's car.
That's a tire
Goodness.
puncture.
Wow, that was a Verstappen
I,
putting
I
the
wouldn't
battery
be
into that one.
I wouldn't be surprised if they throw like a virtual real quick to get that off the track. This is a really bad stop. Oh, it's a front wing replacement.
Ah. New nose.
It's
not going
crazy to
in right.
think that it's like two bolts that holds it.
Yeah, right.
What happened to Kimmy? Wait.
Could have been this incident here, slightly different.
Uh. Oh,
Ah,
that's what he
oh
was mad about.
my. That was it. Oh, jeez. That's where all the debris comes from.
What? Yeah. Wait. What's Kimmy doing?
I mean, these two are just the
I
the
I
old
don't think
veterans.
that was. Uh, yeah. What was Kimmy doing there? I don't really understand.
Yeah, that car not looking so
Oh,
hot.
he did it. This guy. Wow. This guy's got. Oh man, he almost took a. Wow, legend.
Legend indeed. Ah, and he makes it out. Beautiful move. And there's your VSE.
Now it's green.
Yep. Maybe he comes out with a broom next time and moves that one away.
Yeah, but I'll be honest with you. That was pretty weird from Kimmy and Vettel. Like
So these little VSCs, the gap still
it
about a
keeps it.
second. Yeah.
Yeah, they have to keep the gap sort of around the same.
Man, the way they're coming around those corners, man.
Yeah, it's just I told one of my friends, I was like, just put qualifying on, just like take a second and imagine you're in one of these cars on this track, and it is just like it's terrifying.
I think Mercedes is just going to bide its time right now. They're going to see what's up with the tire compound and see which one lasts and what doesn't. And then in the last 10 laps, you're going to see Hamilton go for it. Unless we get another red.
Yeah, unless there's another red flag, which I don't think will really be happening. By the way, whoever messes that turn right there and ends up in the runoff area is going to run into debris and most likely puncture their tire.
Hits the debris.
Yeah, it's his Alonso radio.
Oh, there's there too.
Yeah, he's saying the same thing I have. There's debris everywhere.
There's carbon fiber everywhere.
Which isn't very surprising considering Vettel's car is literally falling apart.
His car is literally falling apart.
It wasn't very surprising to anybody that was going to happen.
It's coming apart at the seams.
Oh my God, Hamilton gets so close.
Yeah, he
eking
does.
out everything he can, every second, every inch he's trying to get.
The gap is extending. It's 1.7 right now.
Yeah.
So he's broken the DRS. Verstappen has managed to break the DRS.
Virtual safety car again. I'm assuming this is just going to be for the debris since Alonso complained. Which means they're going like 140 miles an hour instead of 200.
Decreased by 40%, so that one of them is going to decrease by 39. Yeah, you got to get this carbon fiber off.
Yeah, you need it. Like, can't really.
The more
have
laps
that
you
there.
do under caution, by the way, the better Verstappen's tires.
Technically is better off for Verstappen. Yeah, that I actually didn't think about that. We technically are doing all these laps, but the ones that go under caution is just like you bank them, right? Like it's sort of like.
Yep. Really save on the tire wear.
He's not wrong. I'm not a driver on the track, so I don't actually really know how it is, but it doesn't look great.
Lewis really got close. He is not 1.7 seconds behind right now.
No, he's not. This is Kimi and Vettel.
Yeah,
so maybe there
one.
is a little. Oh, this is the same one.
Same one from before. Oh no, maybe not. Oh, it is. Yeah, it is.
I'm sorry, I don't see what Kimi was seeing.
Oof.
Yeah, this doesn't really make sense. So I think the virtual safety car will eventually end here.
Maybe another lap. I don't know how much they've actually cleaned out.
I don't know how much they've cleaned, or I haven't seen any pictures of. Like this part right here, this turn needs to get cleaned. Somebody needs to run on that part. It looks better than it did before, but they need to.
19 laps to go.
Trying to think. Yeah, if Hamilton pits, throws softs on, he may be able to make the gap up to Max, right?
Wow. That would mean he would have to make. Well, at some point, Max would have to. At that point, Max doesn't pit, right? So you just kind of go.
But he'd have to cut like a second off a lap, which I think is kind of doable on this. My God, that car is wobbling.
That's an interesting one there on the back, that rear right.
My goodness. It's crazy. Credit to the engineers, wherever you are. Good job.
I have to say, this is one of the more intriguing races we've had in a long time.
Yeah, this is fascinating. I mean, they're really making us wait to see who's going to win the championship.
Well, at this point, it comes down to next week. No matter really who wins.
That's not true. Now. I mean, if anything happens and one of them don't finish, right?
Yeah, true.
Something crazy happens, which we have seen in the past. We've seen. Here's they're gonna lap Raikkonen. Oh, he can't pass
Can't.
Kimmy.
No, he can't. You can't overtake.
So Kimmy's gonna stay in front of him. He's gonna be within a second, and he's gonna get DRS, right?
He
Interesting.
could. He could pull. He could pull DRS out here. Why is Kimmy not speeding up?
Yeah, I'm kind of confused.
I don't care.
Yeah, he doesn't care. Yeah, well, Kimmy seems to be going fine now. I don't really understand. Yeah.
Oh, the pup is eating.
Yeah, she just came back from her walk.
Nice. Norris sitting one place out of the points right now. Ferrari in 8th and 9th. Ricardo up in 4th. And Ocon in 3rd. I think we are about to go back to green. Let's see what happens here.
I almost just tried to drink water through his mask.
Yeah, whoops.
Can tell he's nervous. Virtual safety car is ending.
Yep, ending.
And then here we'll be
Verstappen
able to
will
go again.
control this. Actually, they're just both. They just bet the guy gets to send it right whenever it is ready to go. Yep, and here we go. We're back to full speed. Actually, in a pretty
looks
favorable
clean.
Favorable
looks
sector.
cleaner.
It does.
Kimmy getting right in the racing line there to mess up the turbulence. He really does not care at all.
Yeah. Kimmy getting right in front of Lewis on that one.
Not Kimmy. Just nice about anything. It's honestly extremely respectable. It's pretty awesome. I wish I could be like him.
2 or 3 tenths there that go the way of Verstappen probably on that one.
Yeah, I totally did. Like he totally did not need. He literally could have waited on the straightaway and let Lewis pass.
Yeah, he could have had double
but he
overtake.
doesn't. And like he goes into the turn at his speed, gives him turbulence. Like, I mean, hey, they're drivers. They don't care, right?
Whatever. Yeah.
You know what? Like it's when they're on the track, the helmet goes on. Everybody's the same, right? They're God. Nobody else is anything to them, right? So I mean, that's how you have to think. I mean, that's how you have to be as a driver.
No DRS here for Hamilton.
That was close again.
A little wiggle there as Verstappen has opened a 1.4 second gap here.
Catch him a little bit on the straight here.
Yes, he will. Yep, as we expect. And then Verstappen has once again.
Oh, Max messed up.
It looks all right. Remember, he basically went into that wall on that final lap.
Yeah, it was the most terrifying thing I've ever seen in my life. But, it's crazy because on the street circuits, you can see how much harder they push the cars just because of like how, especially also under the lights too, it seems just like so much closer. When on the other tracks, they have so much more space. So like the car doesn't look as on edge, if that makes sense. I also think racing at night totally makes a difference. I think it makes the cars look like they go much faster.
Oh, just because of like
just like general speed. Yeah, it feels like everything is just like enhanced a little more.
Yeah, so basically Hamilton makes up the difference on the straightaway, and then Verstappen opens about half a second throughout the rest of the circuit. And it kind of seems to play within that range. Like there's this half second that Lewis has on the straightaways, and then Verstappen just gets it right back when they go into sector 2, essentially.
Yes, that's Exactly. That's pretty much exactly right. Like he makes it up here on the straightaway coming here. He makes up like 1 or 2 tenths, and then it sort of drops off
Yeah, they just actually
the
put in
second they
fastest
start
laps.
putting in. Yeah. My goodness.
Yeah, it's so close. That left rear, man.
He is within DRS now. Now he's not. So it's right here. It's like right when they
Yeah.
end sector 1, Lewis
Yep.
loses a bunch of time.
Yep,
It's
exactly.
kind of odd because then the next DRS zone is right here,
Which he can never get.
which he can never really get.
Because the gap
right?
is
Because
out
he
to
loses
1.5.
it.
This is
He loses it in that sector. Oh, something's on the track.
Something's on the track. Ooh,
Oh my
something
God.
is on the track.
I was literally turning the corner. I was like, nobody hit this, please.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, what is that? Definitely. See, someone's gonna. I thought Lewis or Max were gonna come around the corner and hit it. I do not. I
Yeah, because it's
don't
basically
really
blind.
want Yeah, I really don't want to see that at all.
And we have a safety car out.
Yeah, to get it off. Because so it's gotten to the point where like the leaders have caught up to the back, right? So you can't like run onto the track.
Oh, because there's cars on every part.
Yeah, on like every
There's
single
no
part.
gaps.
And now Lewis, or no, there isn't a safety car, and Lewis is going to be within half second here.
Oh, okay, I'm looking at my live timings.
Now it's a virtual safety car.
Yeah, my live timings are a little ahead. Again, playing right back into Red Bull's hands, though.
Yeah.
So it actually clears up pretty quick.
What is this?
I don't know.
No.
Huh.
What?
Huh. Well, that safety car is going to end pretty quick.
He's way closer than he was before.
It's about 7/10. So it's under a second. And here we go.
Yeah, this may be it right here because he's going to have DRS on the straightaway.
This is going to be very interesting.
Yeah, I think this is it right here.
All right, let's see if he can make it happen.
He's going to have, if he has DRS on the straightaway, I think he 100% passes Max. Yeah, he's so close.
Or they're both going to basically go wheel to wheel into turn 1.
Yeah, he's got him. Yeah, he's got him. Lewis here is going to make the pass. He goes on the outside. Max is not going to be able to go in.
Oh, they touched!
I don't know what to say.
Like I said, they're going to go wheel to wheel into turn 1.
Did Max?
Elbows out. Elbows out.
What happened?
Let them race.
Who's got?
Max is ahead.
Even, I mean, I don't know.
Lewis turns into a man.
I don't. He was ahead into the
turn. He has the inside.
Late. Yeah,
and Lewis tries to turn in.
But he breaks late. I don't.
Let him race.
I don't know.
It's just the latest. It's just the latest. You know, let him go. Let them go. This is what we want to see.
He's gonna pass him again.
He's gonna try it again.
Yeah. Oh, they hit each other.
You're ahead of me. Oh my goodness!
Lewis just hit him.
Lewis, but Max looks like Max slowed down.
Max slowed down because he said he was going to give him the position back.
Oh, and Lewis runs into him.
What's happening?
What?
Wait, what is he doing? Max has said, give it back. What?
Oh my goodness! What is?
You can't say that Max tries to hit it. What?
I mean, no. If you get rear-ended, the guy that gets rear-ended is not at fault.
What?
No. The
Wait,
guy who gets rear-ended cannot be.
I don't think he braked.
No, he was told to give him back the position. What? This is insane.
I don't
Oh my god!
understand.
I mean, yeah, but Verstappen's gonna have to pit too. I mean, there's no way the tire makes it out of that one.
Yeah, but he was told to slow down, and then he runs into him. Like you hear the radio, and like Horner literally
Horner
tells
tells him,
Max to
right?
slow down. But I want to try to take it from like both perspectives, right? Okay, so like you look at it through Lewis's lens, and he doesn't actually know that that he has to get the place
Did the
back.
team tell
So
Lewis
so
that Max was giving him the position?
I don't think it was communicated to Lewis that he was going to get the position back. Max is told that to be the part of braking in the middle of the track or something. That part I don't really understand if you're taking up the middle of it. But if he's told to slow down, this is something else. I don't know what this is, but I mean, it's really hard to fully place blame on one person or the other because both of them didn't have the full story, right?
I
Like
don't know.
Max is
You
being
hear
told
clearly
to.
Horner tells him
Yeah,
give the place
I
back.
know that. I know
We
that
know that
he's
part.
told that, right? So
Yeah.
Max is told in his head that he has to slow down, but then in Lewis's head, like he's still racing full fledged.
I don't
So
understand.
like
Are we like not under? Are we actually racing at full? Like this race is
I
not under
don't
yellow.
really
Like this is full on. I think right now. This is crazy.
uh,
There's no yellow flag or anything. We're still racing. We're still racing through all of that. There's no virtual safety car. There's no yellow. You'd think there's some debris of that wing. I mean, I don't know how Hamilton can keep racing without a front wing. I
uh, yeah, I just I mean it's yeah, I don't know because Jack, I'm also reading what you're saying, right? I'm trying to understand that in terms of like a Lewis, like in Lewis's situation, right? Like I'm trying to obviously I'm kind of biased towards Max, but I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible,
this
right?
is
Like
nuts.
I don't really like if you can, I don't know. It's really hard for me to be like this person's totally at fault because they don't have the information, right? Like Lewis doesn't actually know he's going to slow down. And here's Lewis. Wait, so Max still has to give the spot back to Lewis, I guess.
Yeah. You gotta give it.
I don't
You gotta
really
give it back
fully
right now.
understand that. Yeah, you have to give it back to him. And the problem is like when there's asymmetric information being handed out, like if like Jack, you're saying that he didn't slow down enough, but if Lewis knew he was going to give up the spot and he was
So
going to pass him
he
back,
should give
then
it
he
back
would be
right
able
now.
to actually
Should
get
give it back
past
right
it,
now.
right? So it's I don't know. I think they hold on.
This wing is gonna come apart and just.
So this
Ah!
so this is what's happening. This is the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The
It's more of a
communication got to Red Bull
communication
first.
problem. It's more of a communication problem that Mercedes had missed. I don't know, right?
No,
It's
basically,
like,
Massey is saying, no,
yeah,
I
I know,
told you.
but also Max can't like really do that in the middle of the track. Like you have to be a little more mindful of that. Like that's probably not the greatest idea. He kind of did it in the middle and like took up most of the space. Like he totally did. He did that on purpose, granted. But also Lewis, like if he was told, yeah, he's letting you pass him, probably just lets him by, right? So it's like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Mercedes didn't know what was going on because basically Red Bull gets
yeah.
the call, and then
I
Horner
feel like they
tells,
should all be on a call.
Yeah. Horner,
Like, yeah,
Horner
Max is
tells the other
passing
one.
you.
Then Massey's got to switch channels and then tell Mercedes. But by the time he's done that,
Max has already slowed down.
Max has already stopped.
So like,
but Max still isn't.
No, yeah, I don't know. This is weird. Because Massey literally said, "Yeah, I told him to slow down."
So is Red Bull saying, back. Well, we tried to give him the spot, but they didn't.
Look,
so now we're just racing.
Down. Like that's a brake check.
And Max is actually going to the right.
Like, he's slowing down a lot.
He's slowing down a lot.
He's in third gear. He goes from fifth, fourth, third,
and then he gets
at 200 miles an hour. I don't like go. I don't know. But why was Lewis? Yeah, why would Lewis slow down so much though? That's the other part. Like
Lewis should just pass him.
So weird.
Oh, this is crazy. We're gonna finish the race and still not know what the hell's going on. There's 8 laps left. Is Max actually? Because now Mercedes is asking, are we actually supposed to take the spot back? But Max is just
Reed
racing.
says this, I don't understand why Lewis slowed down. Like if you're like if you in your head know the guy in front of you, like even if you weren't told, right? The guy in front of me isn't supposed to slow down, and he starts slowing down.
There's the switch. He gives the spot back, and now he tries to take it right back, which he does as he goes into this final turn.
And then he takes it back.
And he takes it back. But of course he can because he has a wing.
At this point, man, I don't know. I don't know what's nice. I don't know what you're supposed to do while you're driving. I don't know anything. I have literally no idea. Yeah, Reed, I don't get that either. Like the fact that he gets hit, like he just like runs away. Max Verstappen has a 5-second time penalty.
5-second time penalty. All right, well.
For leaving the track and gaining an advantage. So you gave him the penalty and then so he gave the place back and then wait, why do you get a 5-second time penalty?
I don't know. He didn't go. When did he go off the track? Oh, that was earlier?
Was this the first? Oh, okay. Wait, but I thought he had to give the place back for this.
Right.
Wait. Actually, though, so I don't understand the 5-second time penalty.
I don't understand the 5-second time penalty.
Because I thought he was supposed to give the place back for this. Yes. Right? And then this is where Massey's like, you got to give it back. You like went off the track and you
right. Cut and then off. They have the issue on the other side.
And then Hamilton now takes the spot back. I'm so confused.
I am so confused.
So did they tell him to give it back again?
Well, but now Max has a penalty or not.
Yeah, this is a total mess. Like, wait, but why would you? Wait.
Interesting.
Wow. So the stewards thought it was.
Yeah. This one. It's this one that is saying
Well,
we need to let him go.
I'm
I don't know. My goodness.
yeah, I I'm so confused. Wait, but that's so weird. I don't know. I'm so confused because like it. I don't know. They must have thought that his braking wasn't enough to let him pass, but like you kind of saw he went from fifth to fourth to third gear, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't really understand.
You would think that Max should be able to just run Lewis down, though. I mean, without a front wing or with a damaged front wing,
No, it doesn't really matter. I
doesn't.
think they're just gonna go for fastest lap.
You might not make it out in front of Ocon, and you have a 5-second penalty.
No, he.
Wow, you'd have a tie championship.
Well, that's what we really wanted, so I
I
guess
mean,
it's
either
fine.
way, it's going down to the last one. I mean, I guess that he doesn't have
His
half.
FIA
He
to
has half a wing,
Mercedes.
I guess. What?
I I can't. I couldn't hear him.
Oh, where Max was pushed off. Yeah, Hamilton just put in the fastest lap of the race.
Uh, yeah, Max is totally let off.
Yeah, he has. I'm not quite sure. I don't understand this. Unless there's damage to his rear, I don't know.
Or unless they told him to just
To
like.
just bring it, like, just finish the race. Yeah, the gap to Ocon isn't enough. Right. Yeah, he can't do it. He can't do it. He can't do it.
Wow, I'm. Here's Lewis radio. Yeah, I mean this race is just nuts. I don't
This got crazy.
I I don't really like. I still don't fully understand exactly what happened. Yeah, I guess the wing's not as bad. It's actually only missing the outer part of it.
It
Like
is
the
missing
main
the
structure of the
side.
wing is actually okay.
But still, that is not working. That right front,
And if
it
that thing
cannot be
drags
working.
right under the car, here's both us. Was told Valtteri to attack.
Yeah, because they want the constructors' points. Uh, yeah, the end plays because you have to funnel the air because right now the air is just kind of slipping off the wing and not providing anything on that half of the wing.
Yeah, I mean, it's just if he can. I mean, he can get it to the end. I would have to say
Yeah,
he
yeah,
just
yeah.
needs to kind of get it there. So like now this is a question I'm reading in Discord. If if the race directors actually did their job properly, and they had communicated everybody that Max was supposed to give the position back,
Yeah.
is there a different result?
Probably not. Probably not.
Yeah, I think ultimately Max was going to probably lose the spot.
Yeah. Crazy, just craziness. It's going to come down to the final race. We're going to go into that tied, but I think advantage in Abu Dhabi is probably to Mercedes. We'll have to see.
I'm team Ocon in this sense, just because
Yep.
I want him to get a podium.
Ocon for the podium.
I just want to see. It would be so cool. I like the. It's.
He's got 2 laps to go.
Can Bottas get him? Although I do like Bottas, but it would be cool to see Ocon be able to snag a podium here. Hamilton radio.
What?
He's trying to see if Max is getting for fastest lap.
Yeah, it's charging.
As Jack says, I don't. This race has kind of been a mess.
Yeah, like, Max lost his tires, which could have been right. It's the mediums versus the hards.
I'm not gonna say that they need to change something with the track, but this race definitely next year should be like different somehow, and I don't know how. Because I don't think you can have this every year.
Crazy, just crazy. 5 cars don't finish.
Yeah, turn 1 is basically turn 1 is that it's a turn for 1 car and there's 3 cars trying to go for it. Yeah. So like,
well, it was exciting. It was exciting, that's for sure.
Here's Ocon defending here.
He's gonna have to go for 1.
Valtteri's right on laps. Him. Yeah, we'll have DRS in the upcoming laps, I'm thinking.
Come on, Esteban, come on.
Yeah, the race, I think you're right. I think we almost saw that he was sort of gonna pass him anyway, so I don't think it would have been that different, but I just like, I love drama, but like, this is kind of unnecessary drama.
Well, the collision thing was just crazy. I'm surprised. Well, you saw what happened to Mazepin, right? In hitting in the rear of a Williams.
Yeah, I'm
surprised it didn't end up like that. See how far off the wall Lewis is taking that final.
Yeah, they're not even close to the walls. Yeah, they're literally driving in the middle of the track. We're going like half speed at this point.
Yeah.
Which is, we will see the basically wheel to wheel for the championship.
It will be wheel to wheel. It will be absolutely tied. 369.5 points apiece. Tied going into the final race. Crazy. Crazy. What a race.
Yeah. Oh, Bottas does make the pass on Ocon.
Oh, man. That was mean. That's cruel.
I know. Ocon grabs it back.
Why aren't they showing us that? They're just showing us Hamilton.
Great question.
We know Hamilton is going to win. Go to the other one.
I think Ocon, I'm trying to watch it on the other one. Ocon's still going to be ahead here, and I think he's going to possibly, Bottas is going to be able to pick up one more little bit. He's staying ahead still. Yep, and Hamilton here will win the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, and he's also going to tie up the points championship here in Formula One for the season. Max will take second place, and he is also going to have add 5 seconds to his time. Not sure that really matters. And Ocon, I think, is going to be turning the corner? Someone show, maybe? No. Okay.
Camera, maybe. Bottas is within a tenth.
Just
Camera,
looking at
anything?
this.
Nope. Sky Sports failed. Okay.
I can't tell you if he's crossed. And Bottas wins.
Bottas
It
got
would have been cool to see the photo finish.
It would have been cool. Sky Sports completely failed. Okay.
That's actually extremely disappointing for Hakan. That's
Yeah,
really
it is.
sad.
A tenth. Wow.
Yeah, Reed saying the same thing. Glad we saw the Bottas finish.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it would have been. I mean, since when do you ever see two cars in F1 literally cross the line on the last thing right next to each other?
Well, here's the replay.
Yeah. Oh. Wait, they had the wrong radios.
Yeah, they had
They
the
had
wrong
Bottas's
radios.
radio. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, these interviews, I'm wondering if anybody's gonna hit each other. To be completely honest, I that was crazy. Is Hamilton?
Well,
Yeah, we'll leave the pictures up here. And I have to run.
This is going to be interesting. Fun times. Okay, so there you have it. Lewis Hamilton wins the inaugural Saudi Arabian Grand Prix here in Jeddah after a just absolutely bizarre and crazy race, which, by the way, we said it would be, right? We said at the start this was not going to be a clean race, and it was far from it. But there you have it. We have 369.5 points apiece between Verstappen and Hamilton. We will take it all the way to the final race, and whoever wins the championship. That is going to be it. All right, we'll see you all next week. You'll leave the pictures up for the interviews. Thanks, everybody, for joining us this afternoon, and there we go. Craziness. Just crazy. Next week, we will see you in Abu Dhabi in the Emirates for the final dramatic conclusion to the season. This is going to be a good Drive to Survive. We'll have a better one next week. All right, cheers, everybody. See ya.